Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really exciting video for you all and we will be discussing about Mangalsutra design trends that need to go. So if you've been following me for a long time, I tend not to say that I hate something or this is really ugly. Instead, I tend to say that it's just not my style. And the reason why I do that is just because it's a much healthier attitude towards art and design in general. Yeah, it might not be for me, but somebody else might love it. So I want you to keep in mind that I'm doing a video on trends that I personally do not like and I think should probably go away. So let's just keep it light and funny and not take things too seriously. First trend that I'm seeing more and more of it is the initial pendant design on a Mangalsutra. Have you guys seen this? I see them all the time on the internet where the couple is trying to use their initials in a Mangalsutra. I get where you're coming from if you like this style, but if you want an initial pendant, I might rather have a pendant made on its own with the initials and have the ability to slide in your favorite chain or even Mangalsutra chain. But just having it stuck to the Mangalsutra chain permanently doesn't look very sophisticated in my opinion. In a way, I feel it's too obvious and predictable. I also think like fine jewelry sometimes given to the next generation as family heirlooms, and this might not fit very well if the next generations were to wear initials of your letters. That being said, I do love initial pendants. Sometimes they combine the two letters of the husband and the wife and create like an emblem or a logo pretty much to make it more fun and creative. I like that option a little bit more because it's ambiguous and only the couple knows that their initial is behind the creation of that particular logo. I also personally recommend couples who want their initials to have a little bit of engraving like in the back of the hook, where the charms are. So that is a spot where that's very personal to you. You have the initials engraved on it for your reference, but it's not too obvious when it comes as a focal point for the design. So the next one I have is the oversized gold pendants with gaudy patterns. Now I think most of you would agree with me. Let's be honest, these look very dated, the way the design is, and just like not wearable in this time and age, at least not in the modern times where we have modern attires and we don't wear traditional saris every day. And even if you have to wear such a piece of jewelry on a traditional event, I still think they look quite outdated in my opinion. And if you like plain gold jewelry, there are many sophisticated ways to get a really classy plain gold Mangalsutra made rather than having this intricate and oversized floral patterns that are all over the design. It just looks too much. And the reason why these type of Mangalsutra were invented because the amount of gold worn by the bride is usually a symbol of opulence for the family, and also like the Mangalsutra is the only gold that the bride wears every day, so in terms of emergencies this is what she will have. So that's the more concept behind the bigger gold Mangalsutra that you see in like olden times or even pieces that our parents might have. But in my humble opinion, I don't think these are relevant for today's time. So I really think this trend needs to go and should be replaced by a more classier version that's timeless and simplistic. So next on the trend are solitaire Mangalsutras with CZ diamonds. CZ diamonds are basically pretty much artificial diamonds that look like diamonds but are not the real one and cost significantly much lower than real diamonds. So on the internet you might have seen these 2 or 3 carat look diamond Mangalsutras. They might have like more than 1 or even 5 2-3 carat diamonds, and they almost seem fake as the quality of the making is not similar to the quality when the real diamonds are set. The reason why I don't like these because I think they're pretending to be something that they're not. And I may get many hate comments on this by saying, what if people can afford real diamond solitaires? And I completely get it. You can use much smaller diamond that's about 1 carat and get it set from a jeweler, that will set that in the same way that he would set the real diamond. Having these big stones on a not so great quality chain makes it look too artificial and cheap, in my opinion. And if your budget doesn't allow like real diamonds and you want a bigger stone, try substituting with a moissanite or a lab made diamond or another gemstone. There are so many beautiful gemstones out there than I think a CZ or a fake diamond looks. I have an entire video on the Solitaire Mangalsutra guide, so you can click here to learn more about different options. But also check out our Millennial Mangalsutra. I think it's a beautiful option where it gives like 7 solitaire look without making it look too fake. So it's basically infusing 5 diamonds in each setting, so it looks like 1 solitaire. And I think it's a beautiful option for someone that wants the real stuff and wants to make it look expensive and rich. So I think there are many ways to go about it rather than using like artificial CZ stones that end up looking very cheap. All I'm trying to say is that if you're using bigger CZs that are trying to give you the look of more than 1 carat solitaires, it tends looking fake, and the sparkle is very different, and you would probably not enjoy wearing it for a really long time. So the next one I have are the ultra modern designs. So the ultra modern designs are sure modern designs, but they're not versatile designs. By that I mean they look cool or trendy on Western wear, but will not really look great with your traditional wear or ethnic wears. Although some people might have different Mangalsutras for traditional wear like weddings and things like that, but I still think like Mangalsutra design is like an engagement ring design. It has to be timeless because it's a most important piece of a wedding jewelry, and I don't think it's fashion jewelry. So having it ultra modern in a way would not keep it timeless and more versatile. I really think these trends should go because they don't look good today or even in the future. And there are truly some really interesting ways to give a Mangalsutra a modern look, like the one I'm wearing right now. I think it's a solitaire design and it's quite a modern design, and also I think it's quite versatile. I can wear it on salwar kameez and I have been wearing it. It's my personal design and I love it very much. And also there are many interesting ways, as you can see, or just a Mangalsutra chain. These days brides have been also accepting to wear a simple Mangalsutra chain that they can layer with different pieces to give that modern look and also more practical for their day-to-day wear. So next one on the list are cheesy heart, birds, butterfly patterns. Alright, I think this should have been the first on my list. I can't understand the reason behind having hearts and birds and butterflies, for a symbol that signifies your wedding. And I totally understand the love and affection that you have for your partner and you want to symbolize that somehow in the Mangalsutra. But there are much more classier ways to do that rather than having a cheesy, heart design or like a swan design, directly on your Mangalsutra. And honestly, these look quite dated, as if it was from a movie from the 80s or something. So I had a client and she wanted a swan in her design. So we did the whole custom jewelry process and we ended up with a design, something like that. It's the essence of the swan concept essentially, and not having it literally making it look like a swan, but just having the essence and the emotions of that particular concept, I would say. So the next one on our list is the layered Mangalsutra styles. Layered jewelry has quite been in fashion, and not just now, it has always been in fashion. It gives you a new look depending upon the different pieces you put together. But it almost gets to me when I see layered Mangalsutras. It feels almost too much of the black beads when I see designs like this. And more often than not, these chains move around quite a bit, and I think they entangle around your neck. It doesn't stay flat on your neck as you would like to. And also it takes away the versatility and the practicality of having a layered piece, because the chains are always stuck to each other, and it's a rigid piece of jewelry that you can't be flexible when you think about layered jewelry pieces. There are better ways to get that layered look. You can layer your Mangalsutra with different chains to add your personal style, and you can make it look dainty if you want, or you can add like a heavier piece to make it work with the outfit or the occasion you're wearing it for. So basically there are many ways to wear a layered Mangalsutra, but let's just leave the Mangalsutra alone and not have it layered within more black beads. You can have a simple Mangalsutra and then layer it with like regular chains that are white gold, yellow gold, so you can change it up and you're not stuck with the full bead multiple layers. Some people sell these hooks that you can attach it from the back, so I think those are wonderful options if you want chains that are together and you want them to attach it, but just not attach the Mangalsutra beads in multiple chains permanently. That way it's going to be more functional and aesthetically more pleasing. And I hope we all had a little bit of fun today, and please don't take any of these too seriously. These are my opinions and how I feel about some of the design trends that I've been seeing on the internet. I'm sorry if you disagree with any of my opinions. Please don't be offended. My heart is in the right place, and I really want you to get the Mangalsutra that's timeless, practical, and versatile. So if you like this video, stay tuned for more videos coming up about Mangalsutra and other fine jewelry pieces that you're absolutely gonna love. So subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.